if I told you that right now, right beneath your feet, Newcastle upon Tyne is quietly transforming street by street, brick by brick. Welcome back to your fortnightly Newcastle construction and restoration update, where we visit all the usual spots, uncover what's changed and track the progress shaping the future of the city. What a difference since the last update. We're back at Castle Leazes, where Newcastle University's new students' accommodation is rising fast, and the amount of steelwork that has gone up since we were last here is absolutely outstanding. So let's take a closer look, and straight away you can see there's been a huge amount of change across the site. As we pan around, you get a really good idea of the size of these blocks. The steel frame has pushed on massively since the last visit, and it's now much easier to understand the overall scale of the development. What previously looked like sections of groundwork and early construction is now starting to become a proper structure, with the height, layout and footprint of the accommodation blocks becoming much clearer. The amount of steel now in place is impressive, and it gives the site a completely different feel compared with the last update. Looking over towards the back of the site, there is still a lot of foundation work taking place. This area looks like it's been prepared for more building to rise in the coming weeks. And over at the far side, you can see the start of more core lift shafts beginning to rise from the ground. There also appears to be the start of others nearby, which we should see coming up over the next few updates. These cores are important because they give us an early clue about where the different blocks will sit and how the buildings will grow vertically across the site. You can also see steel sheeting for the floors now going in on the framework. This is another big step forward because once the floor decking starts going in, the frames begin to look much more like a building rather than just a skeleton of steel. There are also lots of materials lying around the site waiting to be installed, which shows there's plenty more work ready to happen. Everything looks carefully laid out and prepared, with steel, floor sections and construction materials all positioned around the site, ready for the next stages. Moving around to the front of the site, there's even more steel lying ready to be fitted. You can see it laid out, waiting to be lifted into place, and at the front we can also see the first steelwork starting to go up around the core lift shaft. That's another really interesting development because this area is now beginning to catch up with the rest of the site. The lift shafts we saw in the last update are now almost complete, and they give us a much better idea of the height of the different blocks. Standing here now, you can really start to picture how the finished accommodation will look once the rest of the steel framework catches up. This is part of the build that's always exciting to follow. For weeks, a site can look like groundwork, concrete, foundations and preparation. Then suddenly the steel starts rising, and almost overnight the whole project feels transformed. This is exactly what's happening here at Castle Leazes. We are now back at Leazes Park Road, checking in on the new Vita Students' Accommodation development. And this update is a little different because one of the biggest changes on site is happening right now. That means access is more restricted than usual, but there are still some important updates to take a look at, so let's get straight into it. We'll start round the front as usual. At first glance, things look pretty much the same as they did in the last update 2 weeks ago. The main frontage hasn't changed dramatically, but when you take a closer look, there are still a few details worth pointing out. The connection between the old Georgian building and the new build is still progressing. You can see the linking section is nearly there, although it still needs the last few panels fitting along the top. Now normally I'd move round to the back of the site to get a better look at the progress from the usual viewing spots, but unfortunately this week that isn't possible. As you can see, the fencing is blocking access because there's a major operation taking place on site. The crane is being removed. That's a big milestone for the development, It usually means that the main heavy lifting work is coming to an end and the project is moving further into the finishing stages. So even though I can't get to the usual angles today, the crane coming down is still a major sign of progress. From what I've managed to see, the wall at the front, the one we've been watching over the last couple of updates, is now mostly complete. There's also a new drain cover installed, which is another small but important part of the finishing work around the site. These might not be the most dramatic changes, but they show that work is continuing on the details around the building, not just the main structure itself. Now, moving around onto Leazes Park Road, most of the structure is still covered in scaffolding. But if you look up towards the top of the building, you can see that the brickwork is almost complete. That's probably the biggest visible change from this angle. With the brickwork nearing completion, I'd expect some of the scaffolding to start coming down by the next update. So that's it for this short update from Leazes Park Road. It's shorter one than usual because of the crane removal and my restricted access to my normal viewing spots, but there are still some key signs of progress. We're heading down to Pottery Lane to take another look at the new apartment blocks currently being built by Olympian Homes. As usual, we're starting up on the Redriff Bridge to get that wide view right across the site before moving in closer to see what has changed since the last update. From up here on the bridge, the first impression is that the site looks very similar to the last visit. At a glance, there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of change. But that's why it's always worth taking a closer look, because the smaller details are often where the real progress is happening. Looking towards the back of the development, things are mostly as they were last time, apart from one noticeable detail. The panels below the windows have started to go in. 2 of them are now in place, with another 2 still to be completed. It's a small change, but it helps give the building a more finished look and shows that the external details are slowly coming together. Moving further along to the tallest section of the building and zooming in through the scaffolding, you can still see areas of brickwork waiting to be completed. This part of the site still feels like it's a bit of work to go on the outside, but progress is clearly continuing behind the scaffolding. These are the stages where the building can look almost unchanged for a while, but then suddenly, once the scaffolding comes down, the difference becomes much more obvious. Now, heading down onto Pottery Lane itself, there are more signs of work happening at street level. The trenches along the arena end of the street, where the utilities were installed, have now been filled in. That's a positive sign, and it suggests the utility work in this section is moving forward. Along the front of the site, there are still plenty of building materials lying ready and waiting to be installed, so there's clearly more work planned for the coming stages. Looking at what I'm calling Block 1, a lot more of the scaffolding has now been removed. That gives us a much clearer view of the building itself and starts to show how this part of the development will look once it's finished. Looking down the gap between the 2 blocks towards the back, there's also been progress on Block 2, with a lot of the scaffolding now removed there as well. And a little further down, looking into the building, you can see more internal walls going in. That shows work is not just happening outside, the inside of the apartments is also starting to take shape. This is where development begins to move from big structural work into more detailed internal stages. At the front of Block 2, more scaffolding has also come down, giving a better view of the upper sections. The coving along the top has now been completed, which is another small but important finishing detail. It gives the top of the building a cleaner and more complete appearance. Now at the bottom end of the site, the brickwork around the retaining wall is continuing to push ahead. Most of the work here appears to be focused towards the back, and there's still plenty going on at ground level. The trench with the electrical feed in is still open to the elements, and at the other end of the street, utility works are still taking place. So while parts of the site are starting to look more finished, there is still a lot of infrastructure work happening around the development. While the first view from the Ledge of Bridge made it seem very little had changed, once we got closer, the progress became much clearer. Panels are starting to appear below the windows, brickwork is still being completed, scaffolding is coming down on both blocks. What a difference 2 weeks can make. Last time we were here at Carlisle Square, the Pilgrim Place development was already moving along nicely. But this time the progress is really starting to show. This is a site that has been changing rapidly over the past few months, but over the last 2 weeks there's been a really noticeable shift. The buildings are beginning to look less like construction shell and more like finished structures. And the first one that stands out is right at the top. Looking up, you can now see the first window frames going into place. That might seem like a small detail, but it is a big visual milestone. Once the windows and glass start going in, the whole character of the building begins to change. Down at the lower levels, it's the same story. The first window frames have also started to go in near the bottom of the building. A little further up, more breeze block walls have been built, showing how the internal structure is continuing to take shape. And just underneath the scaffolding platform, you can see brickwork starting to climb up the side of the building. This is one of those stages where every visit brings something new. A few more rows of brick, another section of wall, another set of frames, and suddenly the building starts to feel much closer to completion. Now, moving around to the Warwick Street side of the building, the amount of progress here is quite astonishing. Since the last update, a huge number of glass panels have gone in. This side of the development is really starting to show what the finished design will look like. The glass gives the building a much more complete appearance, and compared with just 2 weeks ago, the difference is very noticeable. Moving around to the rear of the site, it's very much the same story. A lot more glass has been fitted here as well, continuing the progress seen around the other sides of the development. On the other building, more of the panels have now been installed in this area. Where we saw steelwork being painted in the last update, that earlier preparation work is now clearly paying off as the exterior is starting to come together section by section. Another detail worth pointing out is the brickwork. In several places you can see it starting to rise up the building. This adds another layer of texture and gives a better sense of what the finished exterior will eventually look like. Also on this side of the building there was also plenty of window frames staged and waiting to be installed. They're also labelled, ready to go into the correct sections of the building. It's a small behind the scenes detail, but it just shows how carefully coordinated a development like this has to be. Every panel, every frame and every section has its place. And finally, down at the bottom corner, there's another visible change since the last visit. Glass has now gone into the frames that were installed during the previous update. So we're not just seeing new frames being fitted, we're also seeing the next step with glass now being added to those sections, starting to look much more complete. So in just 2 weeks there's been a lot of visible progress here at Pilgrim Place. We've seen the first window frames going in, more breeze block walls built, brickwork climbing higher, and major increase in glass panels, and more exterior panels fitted across the development. And now for a quick update from the new North East Space Skills and Technology Centre. With most of the construction now focused inside the building, I thought this was the perfect time to take the drone up and get a proper look from above. From ground level, you can get a decent sense of the size of this project, but it's only when the drone starts rising that you really see how far things have come. As we lift up, the full structure comes into view, right up to the roofline. You can still see plenty of construction materials up there, so there's clearly work still happening, but from the outside it really does look like the building is getting close to completion. This is no ordinary development. This centre is being built to support skills, innovation and technology linked to the growing space sector in the North East. Coming back the other way, the drone gives us a look through the windows, and that helps us give us a better idea of what's happening inside the building. It is always interesting at this stage of a project because from the outside everything can look almost complete, but inside there's usually still a lot of detailed work going on. To be honest, I really like the design of this building. It has a clean, modern look and feels exactly like the kind of building you would expect from a space and technology centre. It doesn't look generic, it has a style that fits the purpose. If you've been through Northumberland Street recently, you'll know these pavement improvement works have felt like they've been going on forever, but today there's finally some real progress to show you. Northumberland Street has been a bit of a work in progress for quite some time now. Barriers, unfinished paving and sections blocked off have become a familiar sight. In the last update there was still a lot left to do, especially towards the top end of the street, but since then things have moved on quite a bit. We're starting at the top of Northumberland Street, where the work is now just about complete, and this is a big improvement compared with the last update. Previously this area had a lot of pavement left unfinished, but now looking much more complete. You can really start to see what the finished street is going to look like once everything is wrapped up. Now, moving towards the bottom, the improvement is clear here as well. It is not completely finished just yet, but it's very close. There are still a few areas dotted around where work is ongoing, but compared with how it looked before, it feels like it's in the final stretch. After all the delays, it's good to finally see the street starting to come together. So overall, Northumberland Street is nearly there. The top end is just about complete, and the lower sections only seems to have a few remaining bits left to finish. And that brings us to the end of this update. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a comment with your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about the projects we've covered today. And don't forget to give the video a massive thumbs up because it really helps the channel grow. If you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to 55 Degrees North and hit that bell notification for when I release more videos. A massive thank you for watching. I will see you next time, right here on 55 Degrees North.